All right, good afternoon and good evening and good morning to everybody. And so we're going to be talking about today's subject, which is lines of symmetry and congruent figures and shapes. So let's go through and let's talk about what symmetry is. Well, what symmetry is when a figure can be folded on a line to form two congruent or equal halves. Remember, congruent and equal means pretty much the same thing. That fit on top of each other. And that line of symmetry is the line that we fold everything on. So, let's look at this pie. Well, if I can take this pie, and if I split this pie in half, and I can fold this pie on top of itself, we can say that this is symmetrical. Because you can make two equal halves. But we can also make another line of symmetry here, and we can fold it this way. So in all, we can have four equal halves, because we can fold it going this way, or we can fold it going across, or we can fold it going up. Either way. And we can have that being in this right here is our line of symmetry. Alright, now so let's look at another thing. Now if we take this H, we can take this H, form a line of symmetry right down the middle, and we'll be able to fold that H right on top of itself to form two equal halves. So we can take it and it can be folded this way. Or we can put here another line of symmetry that's going right through the center of it, and we can either fold it going up or down to make two different lines of symmetry that can fold this H. Now A, we cannot form any lines of symmetry that's going to make anything of this equal. So we will say that this has no lines of symmetry. Because we cannot make two equal pieces out of this A. And the same thing will go from this squiggly line. If we try to fold that squiggly line, the two halves will be equal because you have this little squiggle right here, but you don't have that same squiggle over there. And if you try to do it here, you have that little squiggle right here at the top, but there's nothing else to match it at the bottom. So again, we will say no lines of symmetry. Now, here's a question for you to answer. How many lines of symmetry on this Q, and how many lines of symmetry here on this rectangle? Now, let's talk about congruent figures. Congruent figures have the same shape and size. So same shape, same size. So if we look at these H's, we can say that these are congruent. They have the same shape and size. If we go to this next figure, looking at these two A's, they have the same shape, but different sizes. So they will be not congruent. And then if we look at these two pies, that different shapes, and sizes, and they will be not congruent. And that is the end of our lesson on lines of symmetry and congruent figures. And stay tuned for our next lesson where we're going to be talking about translations, reflections, and rotations. That is all for now. See you next time. We're on probably Friday. Hopefully I'll have another special guest to come in there and greet and tell us goodbye. That's all for now.